Have you ever sat in the quiet after a family gathering and felt emptier than when you arrived? That specific ache doesn't come from being alone. It comes from being surrounded by the people you're supposed to feel safest with, yet feeling deeply unseen or disrespected. We're taught that blood means unconditional loyalty, but what if the truest loyalty you can offer is to your own peace? Today we're confronting 10 toxic family behaviors you must learn to recognize and stop accepting. This isn't about promoting conflict or cutting ties arbitrarily. It's about the profound clarity that comes when you stop mistaking obligation for love and familiarity for safety. Your mental well-being is the foundation of everything. If you allow it to be eroded, nothing you build atop it will stand. Let's begin with the first and often most insidious pattern. Number 1, the guilt architect. This person doesn't ask, they imply. They don't demand. They make you feel indebted. Their weapon of choice is a subtle, pervasive sense of obligation. After all I've done for you hangs in the air, unspoken but deafening. They build structures of obligation around you so skillfully that saying no feels like committing a moral crime, not setting a healthy boundary. This manipulation is so effective because it hijacks your compassion. You start questioning yourself. Am I being selfish? Maybe I do owe them. This internal conflict drains your energy far more than any direct argument ever could. A request wrapped in guilt is not a request, it's a silent demand. Your task is to see the structure for what it is and choose not to live inside it. Number 2, the chronic critic. Their feedback isn't meant to build you up, but to keep you in a defined small box. Disguised as just being honest or trying to help, their words consistently leave you feeling diminished. They critique your choices, your appearance, your life path, always with a sigh that suggests deep disappointment. What makes this so corrosive is the slow drip. One comment might be brushed off, but a lifetime of them rewires your self-perception. You begin to edit yourself before they even speak, silencing your own dreams to avoid their dismissive glare. The question isn't whether they love you. The question is, does their version of love include seeing you or just their idea of you? Number 3, the boundary bulldozer. For them, your no is merely an invitation to negotiate. Your privacy is an inconvenience. They believe shared DNA grants a master key to your life, your time, and your emotional space. This shows up as unsolicited advice on your relationships, borrowing money with no discussion of return, or treating your personal victories as collective property, their most common defense. We're family. Why are you being so secretive? They reframe your need for autonomy as a personal rejection. But here's the shift. Your life is not a communal project. It is your sovereign territory. Loving someone doesn't mean you forfeit the right to draw lines on your own map. Number 4, the emotional black hole. This dynamic is defined by a profound one-way flow of energy. You pour in empathy, attention, and support. Yet when you are the one in need, you find only a vacuum. They are perpetually in crisis, and your role is eternally that of the listener, the fixer, the steady rock. This creates a lonely paradox. You are constantly giving care within a relationship that leaves you feeling uncared for. You silence your own struggles because theirs always seem more urgent. But a relationship that only drains you is not a relationship. It's an extraction. Your emotional resources are finite. You must decide who is worthy of an investment that offers a return of genuine mutual support. Number 5, the truth twister. In any conflict, reality becomes fluid. Your words are reinterpreted, your intentions are misrepresented, and the past is rewritten to suit their narrative. You walk away from conversations feeling dizzy, doubting your own memory and sanity. This is sometimes called gaslighting, and its goal is to destabilize your grasp on objective truths so they maintain control. They might say, "You're too sensitive," or "That never happened," or "You always misunderstand me." The aim is to make you the problem, the overreactor, so they never have to account for their actions. Your greatest defense is to trust your own perception. Keep a private record if you must. Your reality is not theirs to edit. Number 6, the conditional lover. Their affection has a price tag. It's offered freely when you comply, achieve, or mirror their expectations, and withdrawn when you deviate. Love becomes a transaction, a reward for good behavior. You are loved for what you do, not for who you are. This teaches a devastating lesson, that your inherent worth is not enough. You must perform to be worthy of connection. As an adult, this can manifest as perfectionism, a fear of authenticity, or settling for relationships where you feel you must constantly earn your place. Healing begins when you offer yourself the unconditional acceptance you crave from them. Number 7, the financial puppeteer. Money is their tool of control, not a means of support. Help comes with invisible strings that tie you to their will. Gifts, loans, or assistance are later leveraged to dictate your choices, your career, or even your relationships. After all I've invested in you becomes a justification for overriding your autonomy. True generosity seeks no dominion. It gives freely. If support is used as collateral to control your life, it is not support, it is a soft form of ownership. Financial independence is not just economic. It's the bedrock of personal freedom. Number 8, the perpetual victim. In their story, they are always the one wronged. Every consequence is someone else's fault. Every disagreement is a persecution. This is exhausting because it makes any attempt to address hurtful behavior impossible. The moment you say, "When you did X, it hurt me," the script flips. Suddenly you are the aggressor for attacking them, and you end up comforting them for your own pain. This pattern traps you in a role you never auditioned for, the perpetual caretaker of their fragile ego. You learn to swallow your grievances to avoid the dramatic fallout. But walking on eggshells to preserve someone's victimhood is a life of confinement. Number 9, the volcanic temper. This is the use of rage, outbursts, or intimidating silence as a tool of domination. The threat isn't always physical, it's the atmospheric terror of the next eruption. You become a master of appeasement, learning to read micro-shifts in mood to avoid setting off the blast. This conditions your nervous system for constant low-grade alarm. You may carry this hypervigilance into all your relationships. Remember, anger is an emotion. Abuse is a strategy. Someone who uses fear to control you is not struggling with anger management. They are managing you through fear. Number 10, the envious underminer. This is perhaps the most heartbreaking because it attacks your joy at the source. They cannot celebrate your wins. Your growth, happiness, or success becomes a mirror that reflects their own insecurities back at them, and they respond by trying to tarnish the glass. Your promotion is met with, "That's a lot of stress, hope you can handle it." Your new relationship is met with skepticism about their intentions. Their discouragement is often cloaked in concern. But genuine concern empowers, it doesn't diminish. Protect your dreams from those who view them through the lens of their own regrets. Recognizing these patterns is the first, most crucial step. But awareness without action is just a sharper form of pain. So, what now? Your power lies not in changing them, that is rarely within your control, but in changing your response. This is where you move from theory to practice. First, name it, stop making excuses. Call the behavior what it is, if only in your own mind. This is guilt-tripping. This is emotional neglect. Clarity disarms confusion. Second, internalize this truth. You are not responsible for managing another adult's emotions, reactions, or happiness. The disappointment is theirs to process. Your primary responsibility is to your own integrity and peace. Third, set and hold the boundary. This is the actionable step. It might sound like, "I won't discuss my financial decisions anymore. I need to end the call if yelling starts." I can't lend you more money. The boundary is for you, not a punishment for them. It's your rule for how you will engage. Expect pushback. When you stop a long-standing dynamic, the system will protest. They may accuse you of being cold, selfish, or changed. Recognize this as proof the boundary is working. They are reacting to the loss of a privilege they should never have had. Fourth, seek chosen family. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who celebrate your growth, and with whom you feel relaxed, not braced. These relationships prove that the dynamics you grew up with are not the only way to connect. They are living evidence of what's possible. This journey is not about hatred, it's about self-preservation. It's about distinguishing the love you wish you had from the reality of what is being offered. You cannot heal in the same environment that made you sick. Sometimes, creating distance is the most loving act for you. You may choose to limit contact, change the nature of your conversations, or, in extreme cases, step away entirely. There is no one right path, only the path that honors your right to a peaceful mind. If this conversation resonated with you, please support the channel by hitting the like button. It truly helps. For more guides on navigating complex relationships and building inner resilience, subscribe to Mindshift Philosophy. I'd love to hear from you which of these patterns felt most familiar. Share your thoughts in the comments. Remember, your peace is not a luxury, it is the foundation. Protect it not with anger, but with the quiet, unwavering resolve of someone who finally knows their own worth. Your healing is not an act of rebellion against your past, it is an act of loyalty to your future.